What's going on, Nasteey Nation? It's Nasteey, and in today's video, I'll be doing a full game commentary for Karma support. If you guys do go on to enjoy the video, then feel free to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below letting me know what champion you guys would like to see a full game commentary for next. That should just about do it for this little introduction, so without further ado, I will see you guys in the lane phase. Alright, so we're running some pretty standard stuff here. Airy, Nimbus Cloak, Absolute Focus, Scorch. Secondary Bone Plating, Revitalize, 2 Adaptive Force, 1 Armor. The win condition here for the lane phase is pretty much just a poke. We have Karma Ezreal lane. I can also do a lot of things like that where I'm using Q on the minions. Not necessarily on them, but I can get that little splash off the minions to get some damage off that way. We do definitely have to respect this lane though, because even though Ezreal can do some decent poke, I can also poke a little bit as well. As a whole, Ezreal's a pretty safe champion. You don't do a whole lot until level 2, or not level 2, 2 items around that time. Also, it does appear that my Ezreal's looking to play a little safe for some reason, pinging me off the wave, not contesting level 2 at all. Not quite sure why, but I definitely think that we have potential to play a little aggro in this lane, just when it comes to poking them down. That's going to be the main goal here. When it gets to later in the game, I think that my main goal is just to switch from using Mantra Q in the lane phase to using Mantra E in teamfights late game, especially against all these assassin champions that they have. Nidalee, Zed, LeBlanc can all do a lot of damage and kill my teammates pretty easily. So that's going to be the main focus later, but for now we're just looking to poke. I have full mana right now, which isn't something I necessarily should have. Should be looking to poke a little bit more, even if I'm missing like that. But for some reason, Ezreal's playing a little bit safe, so we kind of have to go with what the ADC wants to do, and if the ADC wants to play safe, I suppose we have to. But I just don't think he quite understands the potential that we have in this lane, I guess you could say. Alright, bot lane is missing right now with all the action in mid lane. They could be heading that direction, so I'm going to head over just in case. They're still in the river. I can follow a little bit. I don't want to follow too much, though. Kalista could be in this bush. I think that I could still get to this fight in time. Around the same time Kalista Lulu get there, even though this fight could be done. I think it's just better to make sure that I'm here for a potential fight. We'll probably just back out now, head back bot lane. Ping this Scuttle, let him know it's still there. Go ahead and drop a ward on it. And we get back to bot lane eventually. So Kalista's here right now, but Lulu's going to be bot lane at the same time as me. So ADC versus ADC until we get back. Not a bad trade right there. So maybe Ezreal can look to push now with me, now that she's a little chunked, and get a little trade off right there as well. One really good upside that we have about this lane matchup is the fact that my W is really easy to get off on Kalista. Also, let me go ahead and roam over here. If this fight goes poorly for us, then we're going to get pinched, which could be very bad. Let me make sure this goes off. Now we got to focus the same target here. I'm going to ping Kalista. This guy should be dead as well. I'm going to go ahead and get this tether off just in case. Make sure we give this to our ADC, who's flashing for some reason. He can't get it, so I have to take it. We'll go ahead and push this wave out now. Not too bad. So like I was saying, a couple things I was saying there before we got kind of cut off there. But one really bright side about the Karma into Kalista is she's typically a very difficult champion to land skill shots on. But I can make things very simple for myself by making sure I get my tether off on her. The other thing I was trying to say there is that river fight, if it goes poorly really quickly, then what's going to happen is Ezreal and I, as we rotate, will get pinched. So that's kind of a risky play to go for there, but we kind of have to if we're going to have any chance at coming out on top, which we were actually able to do. Alright, coming out of base now, I could potentially look for a roam. I'm just going to peek mid real quick. It looks like Syndra's pushing and recalling potentially. So I think with that, I could just go bot, but now we have some action, so I'm going to actually head back mid after all. Hopefully my ADC doesn't die in the meantime. Should be that one there. I don't get here for an assist, but I was just barely a split second off. I think it's better that I'm there rather than not be there just in case they needed me. We could have a 4-man bot lane play right here. So what I'm going to attempt to do is go for this control ward. Or potentially maybe just go straight in. These guys should have no flash. go to pop a potion here. We have to play this a little bit slower than you might have imagined. And that should be another kill. I think we might have went in a little too soon there. I don't think Syndra was quite ready for the follow-up. But one thing that I think is definitely worth pointing out there is the reason I can go for a flash W play like that so easily, even though they do have mobility from Lulu's abilities and Kalista hopping around, it can work out because I'm running Nimbus Cloak. And Nimbus Cloak isn't something that most people are running. More people are running Mana Flow. But by running Nimbus Cloak on Karma, that flash W tether is almost going to be 100% guaranteed every single time you do it. And that's a big reason as to why I run that room rather than Mana Flow. So now we're in a very similar situation. I'm potentially looking mid to see if there's anything for me there. With nobody in lane though, I think Syndra's just going to push that into tower. So I'll head back bot lane. Bot lane's going to be slow pushing. They don't have any control wards on them, so either there's a control ward already in this bush. There's not, which means that that ward can now just sit there with no threat of it being taken out because they don't have any control wards. They also don't have a red trinket yet. This wave will push back towards us. They have flash before I have flash, but it's down for just a few more minutes. Okay, I die here, but that should be a 2 for 1. I will be honest, that's actually my fault. I did not respect the fact that they were level 6 there already. But we did recover. We got the Mantra W off to heal and last a little bit longer. Also, we're able to drop the Ignite off before we died, so although it's a bad play for me in the sense that I shouldn't have died there because I should have respected the level 6, we still come out on top there, so I'll take that. Okay, Nidalee's looking mid, so I'm going to try to get mid in time here. Nidalee's going to come really close to dying there, but lives with just 1 tower shot worth of HP. Okay, Lee Sin comes in. I think we could have honestly stayed there and fought. Don't know why he flashed out, but there's still potential to do more here. Speed him up. The free kill. Kinda gotta watch out for Nidalee one-shotting me here, potentially. I think I could follow Lee here a little bit longer, though. Lulu is nowhere to be found, so she could also be in the area. She's bot lane now. Okay, not bad. Again, as you guys might be noticing, every time I'm in base, I'm just looking mid to see if there's any potential for me to be there. And sometimes I'll just back off right away, and other times I see that there is, in fact, something for me to be doing. But just giving yourself that option to at least look mid is going to help out a lot of the times. That's why I'm able to get to these fights, because I'm putting myself in a position. Oh, my Q wasn't quite up in time. Let's go ahead and get that off. That might have been enough. Can't quite get the kill. Not bad there. Kalista is just going for too much, not realizing that I'm there. I get the tether off, but she's able to flash away. This is a good kill here. Kill on the Kalista. This guy should die as well. Let me make sure I give this to Syndra potentially, or Lee Sin will take it. That's fine too. I have my mantra up in 5. We can definitely go for this guy. Or maybe we just don't chase. We'll see where this goes. I think if she's going to W away from my mantra Q there, we probably just come back to tower, make sure we guarantee first tower, get all the plates here. Dragon is also up, so we can grab that right after. Overall, I think that we're doing a pretty good job so far in this game. Really good macro. Everybody's roaming around really well. Especially the roams that I've had mid have helped a lot so far this game. We have 8 kills on the Lee Sin, which is good, but at the same time he falls off, so this game is definitely not won yet, but we also have a 3-0 for Ezreal. Get my tether off just in case she jumps over the wall. Another free kill there, and we got the dragon, so that's really good. Up next, let's see, we have the tower bot lane gone already. Rift Herald is up in 3 minutes and Dragon's up for 4. I think we could do a swap to top side here. So typically the way that I look at it, let's see, that's good. The way I look at it is if Dragon or Rift Herald is going to be up soon, you probably want to be playing mid lane after bot tower. And if neither of those are up yet, then you can go top lane. So I think we should go top here, but at the same time, as a support, you kind of just have to listen to whatever your ADC says. And for some reason, he's going bot. So I guess I will match up with Syndra here, supposedly. Okay, so we're gonna match up with Syndra here, and I'm just gonna get some vision in River. And then what we could also do is, now that I'm with Lee Sin, we could look for some deep vision in the jungle, look for a pick on Nidalee potentially as well. Just like that. Unless he kicks her away from my tether, that could be a little bit more unfortunate, but we should get Prio here for this dragon, or not for this dragon, for this tower, and also for blue buff. So a little unfortunate. I think that should have definitely been a kill, but it's still going to give us an upper hand here. Rift Herald's going to be up in 2 minutes. What is their win condition? I think that right now we're in a position to just straight up win this game unless we give them their win condition. So I think that what they need to do is just one-shot us. So I really need to keep in mind that my job is to prevent them from doing that by peeling as much as possible. If someone like Zed goes on me, then I have to mantra W. If someone like Zed goes on someone else, then I have to mantra E. But mantra Q is something that we're going to stop doing very soon here. It's really good for poking, it's really good for early game, but you have to, at some point in time, make that transition and realize that you are no longer trying to poke. You are now, in fact, just an enchanter support. You kind of change your playstyle to play more like a Nami rather than a Brand. Alright, let's see if we can get here. He should die from that. Pretty good. Again, as you're probably noticing, a lot of the times it's just making sure we're in the correct space. Even though times like this where things I'm not always quite in the action, even though right there I get to the top lane right as they kill Zed, at least I'm in the right spot at the right time. So if something different were to have happened, at least I'm there for the extra backup. Alright, so Rift Herald is going to be up in 20 and Dragon's up in 130. So I think what we should be doing is we should be focusing Rift right now. That way we can get it right as it comes up and then rotate to Dragon. If we don't get it right away, then we could run into a potential problem where Dragon and Rift are up at the same time, and then we could trade objectives, which isn't what we want to do when we're this far ahead. But at the same time, because we are this far ahead, there's almost potential for them to not be able to contest anything here. I think Nidalee is somewhere over here. Okay, she's under tower now. Let's see. Dragon is up soon. Again, I think we should get this Rift Herald out of the way before Dragon's up, so there's no potential to trade. Also allows us to be as efficient as possible. So we grab this. I don't have any control words down at the moment, so I'm going to be just using regular words for vision on Dragon. Ezreal's in some trouble, but he's able to outplay it. Nice. We grab that, we grab Rift. Dragon's up in 30, but with Nidalee dead, we could just drop this Rift Herald mid right now. I think this could really help snowball the game. Actually, pretty surprised Syndra died there. Thought for sure that she'd be able to just one-shot with ulti there. But I guess Kalista does have the Bork to survive a little bit longer. This could actually turn into a really early win here. I think we kind of dominated this game so much to the point that they might be open here, but we'll see. Alright, so it actually looks like this is just going to turn into a really simple open mid. I gotta say that looking back on this game, I can't point out too many mistakes that we made. Overall, I think we played pretty well. The whole team played pretty well. The macro is really clean. I kept talking about how we need to transition to using Mantra W, Mantra E late game, but we never really got to late game. We just kind of dominated the game, played things really well, and overall, how about okay, tried to pad the KDA towards the end of the game, but not bad. Nice, easy, simple win. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys found it helpful. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.